All right, so this is our first YouTube show. Clearly got no words. All right, so I guess I'll do all the intros. I am B.G, the B.G. Wooten. This is Naj Wooten, the Naj.
Or AKA the French Tickler. I just want to let y'all know that's my other name out on the streets.
So yeah, I guess I should preface this with how we got this started. I've been wanting to do a wrestling show for a very long time. I'm the diehard wrestling fan of the family. My brother, watched a bit. When did you watch?
I watched back when, it was Raw. It was the Attitude Era, baby. Y'all know what I'm talking about out there in TV land. Back then, it was a whole lot more fun. Now, my brother's trying to get me to watch now, but
Let it go.
Okay.
Let it go.
Okay.
Let it go.
Okay.
So, what we should also say, we live in the Sunshine State, right here in Orlando, Florida. And, last week was WrestleMania. So, I figured no better time than to try and get my brother back into wrestling than WrestleMania week. Or weekend. I mean, it's a week now. It's, 4 days?
It's about a week. About
pretty much, it's a work week.
About a week, yeah, something like that.
So what I did, luckily for Naj, my girlfriend was out sick with some sickness, and I had an extra fan access ticket. And for those of you who don't know what fan access is or haven't had the pleasure of going, fan access is like WWE Con, pretty much. It's nuts. They got all this memorabilia, stuff like that. You can meet superstars, get autographs. I hate calling them superstars.
Oh, they're more heroes, everybody there. But
I'd rather call them wrestlers. But you know what? For this sake, we'll just call them heroes. So you get to meet heroes.
Hey, there are people from London, from Scotland, from Japan, came straight and direct. I never knew this in my life. I never knew this in my life. This is crazy to me. I never thought that was possible.
Any of you who are, wrestling fans or, anyone who's watching this pretty much is a wrestling fan and knows how big WrestleMania is. So I don't know why he was so shocked, but it is what it is. But, so yeah, what we did was we cut a promo. They allowed you to cut promos. We got the Raw backdrop and everything. We'll cut to that. We're on a real strict budget, so hopefully, I'll remember to cut to that. Put that in the show notes.
I'll put that in the show notes.
Cool.
We like to feed me kids 5 cents a minute. You got to support us and keep this going.
Yeah, I'm gonna set up a Patreon. I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe. All that stuff. So if we get enough views,
well, you got to play the sad music. You know how they do it, like late nights. There's a mountain in the valley, and you for $10 a minute. Ubuntu can travel and get water from Ndigwe.
Like I said, we don't have the budget, so here we'll do that. You sing right now, and I'll give the little speech.
There's a mountain in the valley, and you
for less than 10 cents a day, you can help 2 broke African American boys who want nothing more than to talk wrestling. I think we got it.
I was hitting that moment.
I know.
Okay, I was gonna go with the octave. I was gonna go shy.
It's all good.
95, baby. Kick it live. Good. That's what we do.
Anyways, so yeah, you'll see the promo. We'll upload it either into this video or to the YouTube, whatever. We're rolling with the punches right now, but that got Naj interested in finally doing the podcast.
The Naj was interested.
So, a week later, here we are doing this podcast. So we've decided to call it Wrestling with My Brother. I think it's a good title because this is my brother. Not my brother, but this is my brother.
By the skin tones, our daddy traveled around sometimes. Shout out, daddy.
So, also, we're trying to, do multiple things. Because like I said, Naj didn't really want to do a wrestling show. So, we're going to try and upload movie reviews, TV show reviews.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sketches.
Stay tuned.
Whatever. I dabble in stand-up. We've both done improv. So, just stay tuned to what we're going to do. But hopefully we put out some stuff that you guys will like,
We love all comments, feedback. So give us what you love. Give us what you don't like. Keep it positive. Let's have some fun with it.
The power of positivity.
Oh, my brother. Right on.
Get that box of bootios.
Right on.
That box of bootios.
Don't. You see, this is what it's like with him. Every time we talk about something, he does this ridiculous clap. But you know what's crazy, though? He did this at Universal with some randoms people. I'm talking randoms. Okay, and they all knew what the clap was. I was shocked. I thought it was like a crip whistle. When they do a little thing like crip right here. But it kills me. Let's stop. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
So big news this week in WWE. The Superstar Shakeup. Damn it.
Superstar Shakeup.
Whenever you do the Vince McMahon, you gotta damn it.
Here comes the money. Okay, that's a guy.
That's a Vince, not Shane.
Remember we got no chance. I just messed up. But you know what? When I played No Mercy as a kid, and if you out there, you're No Mercy fans, No Mercy was like the game on N64. Okay, when you played No Mercy, you loved it. And so when you finally, because he took me to Raw Live, and when you finally got there, and
it wasn't just Raw Live. It was Raw after Mania, Beach Ball Mania, bang.
Anyway, so when he took me to Raw Live, and you're sitting there, and you finally hear the tune, you've got no chance, because that's what you've got. And like the bass, and Vince McMahon came out, did his strut.
The little power walk.
I mean, come on, because he looked like he lost feeling in all of his upper body area. All he got is his arms, and he just does this. This shit, it was crazy. It was hilarious, but it brought back some memories for me. It brought Naj back to a special place in his life.
I'm glad Vince could do that for you. But you know what? That is also the power of wrestling. Whenever something big, we call those mark out moments, it brings you back feelings of being a little kid, and it's part of the reason why I'm still such a fan today for those moments. And like we said, Naj didn't start watching wrestling again until Raw after Mania, pretty much. So Naj is a week in. So basically, what we're doing on this podcast is we're getting Naj hip to everything in wrestling. We're going to get the views from an outsider's perspective. Also, a damn fanboy's perspective. And we're just going to have a good time. We're going to bullshit. Wooten Bullshit Network. That's what we do. WBSN. And, so I guess let's get started with the first show. Raw. Yeah, all right. So, the first segment we had on Raw was Miz and Maurice come out, dressed up as John Cena, came out to Cena's music, thinking, oh, Cena's on Raw, but then, I guess if you've been watching SmackDown, you knew that it was Miz, and then if you've been reading up, Cena's taking time off, so is Nikki. So, it was Miz and Maurice, dressed up as Cena, coming out, cutting a promo, and then who comes out? Dean Ambrose, because he doesn't remember. Dean Ambrose, the lunatic fringe.
That's right, Dean Ambrose. As soon as he came out, I actually started liking. I vibe with Dean Ambrose real quick. He just seems like that grungy, that dude that just gonna come in and knock you the fuck out.
I am surprised.
Something is unpredictable. Dean Ambrose seems like that guy. He seems a little funny and interesting. The Miz, first of all, throughout the years, I have.
Do you remember him from Real World Road Rules?
Who was on Road Rules? The Miz?
The Miz. That's because he was on there, and his big thing was, I want to be a pro wrestler one day. And
the Miz
he made
was
it
on
happen.
Road Rules?
Yeah.
Oh dear goodness gracious! That Road Rules. Now you're talking nostalgia. That's the show that brought me back. I was like, well, as I like to call it, the original Jersey Shore. That was like the show back on MTV when it was, just becoming reality. But wow, I didn't know that. So that's a little fun fact.
Yeah, that's where you.
But the Miz, he seems like such a Mitch. Mitch to the 10th power of the word Mitch. Okay,
you should explain Mitch.
Mitch, for most of you don't know, and shout out to Kevin Hart. Mitch is a man bitch. He's a Mitch. The Miz seems like such a feminine Mitch, and that's to my imagination the worst Mitch. I have even met buff brawler Mitches that I have respected, but Mitch, in his sense, is probably the worst thing I've ever seen. You come out with that girl like
awesome.
Right there,
I came to play.
There, right there. I don't even want to do this anymore.
You know what though? Everyone's fucking shitted on the Miz and everyone's hated him, but 2016 that man turned it around, and he's not a Mitch anymore. And he's so good at being so bad. Like even your wife was sitting there when we were all watching. She was like, "I hate him. I don't. What is he doing? It's stupid."
You gonna bring my wife into the conversation?
Hey,
man?
well, because
they don't know me and TV and land. These ladies can look at this chocolate face and think I'm single, man. I don't even got my ring on. You know, you just fucking up the spot right now. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
So your wife Alexis was like, "Damn, I hate him so much. Why is he doing that?" And it's because he's a damn good heel. He was doing such a great job at being a heel, and that's only happened in like the past year. Other than that, he's just been annoying as fuck, and nobody liked him.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch a couple series, but I still don't dig him. It's just something about that persona that I can't fully vibe with. It's kind of like the Mosh brothers back in Raw. They were just they were so awkward that I just couldn't vibe with that.
They were back when SmackDown went live.
Why?
I don't know. They brought them back.
Why are they not in a ditch somewhere? That act died within a year.
I can't tell them apart. I can't tell them.
Nobody can.
What is it, Mosh and?
Nobody. No one cares. They're so forgettable. They weren't even in No Mercy. Like they're in, I think, no wrestling game around. I don't think they even existed. I honestly think they were there for like 10 seconds and they gone. Even the Honky Tonk Man.
The headbangers, Mosh and Thrasher. That's what.
Mosh, yeah, even the Honky Tonk Man had game spots.
Well, the Honky Tonk Man was the longest reigning Intercontinental champion.
That he was. Them damn sideburns are sexy, boy. I'd say if I was older, boy, I'd put them sideburns on with the late. Yeah.
Anyways, so they came out, Ms. Maurice. They were like, "Oh, we're here." Dean came out, tried to sell it. Kayfabe kept it. He was like, "Oh, I thought you were John Cena. I didn't know you were, the Miz and Maurice. But now that I do," and he gave the Miz the Dirty Deeds, which is basically a DDT. Yeah,
these moves today. I'm sorry. I got to get back on it. The moves I'm not vibing with. Like it's just a DDT. Just call it DDT. But hey, for the kids today, every wrestler back in my day had to invent a special move. But
okay, wait a minute. There's only so many moves that you can do at a certain it's not unlimited.
It is unlimited.
No, it's not.
This is a move, Brandon. That's a move. This is a move. The head shaker. Look, shaker. He's disoriented. He don't know what's going on. I'm gonna come behind his ears. Clap. Get up. See? That's all the move. They're unofficial today.
Those are all moves that were done back in the 80s.
You cannot find one wrestler that's gonna go and put somebody to sleep like
that's a sleeper hold. What are you talking about?
That's not the same thing.
That's a sleeper hold.
My hand did not come under.
It's essentially a sleeper hold. And then if that's not what you want to call it, what's his name? Von Erich. Kerry Von Erich used to do that thing where he would grab your brain.
They're not on the same page. Anyway, let's continue before we get off.
See, the thing is, you want to sit there and talk about how great your day was, but you know what? We're gonna do some reviews on this channel of old Raws. Back from his era, the Attitude Era. And don't get me wrong, I love the Attitude Era for what it is and what it was. But the wrestling in the Attitude Era, from top to bottom, was not that great.
You gotta say it right now, if the Attitude Era did not exist, if it didn't happen, y'all era right now would not be as good as it is.
You said as good as it is, so that means you're admitting it's good.
I'm admitting that it is good, but it wouldn't be where it is if it wasn't for what was done back in the Raw era. What was done to book the fans back in the Raw Attitude Era.
That's like saying wrestling wouldn't be as good now if it wasn't for Bruno Sammartino.
Okay.
It's obvious.
Okay.
It's semantics.
Okay. I'll give you that one. Let's toast on that one. I'll give him that one. Toast.
Next segment. We had Xavier Woods and Big E versus the Revival. Now, last week when we were at Raw, the Revival debuted. Those are those guys. Say yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're supposed to go yeah, not yeah.
I don't. I'm not with that.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyways,
not there yet.
So
let's progress the show and let's see if we can get me there. Comment.
So the Revival, last week beat up Kofi Kingston.
Kofi Kingston.
He dropped the accent.
Kofi.
He dropped the accent like.
He had the accent though. Kofi. A name like Kofi Kingston. Come on.
He dropped the accent almost a decade ago. You gotta let that go. Anyways, so they beat up Kofi Kingston. Kofi's ankle got jacked up. He needed ankle surgery. Had that last week. So after that, this week, Xavier Woods and Big E came down to the ring with a blow-up doll with dreads. You did not see that?
I was.
We were watching it together. I don't know how you didn't notice. Maybe you just thought it was Kofi. Kofi is kind of a dude.
Kofi just said, "Make sure you kick my brother's ass." That's cold. I was right there.
Here, you know what?
When we were there, we saw them with the ice cream trolley.
Yeah, they had that stuff.
Did I tune out?
I guess you did.
Yeah, I never tuned out. I was right there.
Yeah, that's Big E brought the Kofi blow-up doll.
Oh man, I must have hit the right.
It was kind of awkward because Big E was still doing his hip gyration thing, and then it kind of looked like he was humping the Kofi blow-up doll.
Hey, Big E, listen. Big E is possibly one of the funniest guys I've ever seen because he's that big and he's doing these little sexual chocolatey moves, back like Val Venus. You know what I'm saying? Like Val Venus had the hello ladies. He looked like a rapist. But Big E was just so fucking, like, he's so awesome because he's just that size. He does what he does. He's going to do the chant. I'm not doing the chant. He's trying to get me. America, he's going to try to get me to do these little things.
You're acting like Bernie Mac.
America. Ain't that America.
So this week they brought the blow-up doll because no Kofi, and they lost the Revival again.
Well, the Rivals are a strong team. Them some big ass dudes. Them some big boys.
Side note: I want to get you into NXT, but I know it's going to take you a while.
Oh yeah, that's show 35. That's down the line.
Yeah, so
stay tuned. That's down the line.
Naj doing 5 hours of wrestling a week. So I'm probably going to do a self NXT review for the channel until Naj is like, all right, I can do the extra hour and add some NXT to my life.
35, episode 35. Skip down the line.
We'll take our time. But so the Revival beat them, and yeah, that was the first match of the Superstar Shakeup. Then next we have that backstage segment with T.J. Perkins. The video game guy who dabs.
Yo,
grown-ass men
about
be dabbing.
T.J. Perkins is terrible. I'm sorry. Like, this guy...
He's good in the ring.
Like, his moves are okay. I remember, I'm sitting there watching this guy. His moves are okay. The thing with T.J. Perkins is, it's that whole game persona. Like, it just did not flow with what he was going for. Like, I didn't dig him. I didn't dig him. Useless, shitty character. I don't dig him.
Well, we'll talk a little more about T.J. Perkins in a minute, but we had also in that backstage segment we had Neville and T.J. were talking. They were kind of like, Neville was talking about how you're not on my level and all that, and T.J. kind of is like,
Neville, the elf.
He's a hobbit.
The hobbit, like he's from the Middle Earth crew. Yeah. Like, oh damn, Neville, what's with the hair, baby? Come on, the hair and the ears. Comment on that, please. Tell me if you don't vibe with Neville's hair and ears.
But you know what? He stands out. He stands
out in the worst way.
Well, he looks better than Sheamus.
He stands out in a gold dust kind of way. It is.
But hey, it worked.
It's not a good look. It's like a Luna and Goldust trifecta.
Neville is dope.
Neville is a horrible side project of a monogamy gone wrong. I'm sorry. It is bad. He looks weird. I'm not saying I'm the prettiest guy on the block, but Neville is horrible.
Neville might look horrible, but you know what? In ring, Neville is dope.
He's got moves. I'm not taking the moves away, B.
And that's what matters. But so while they're talking, Austin Aries shows up. They talk a little bit. I can't fully remember what the hell Austin Aries was talking about.
Oh gosh, I kind of glanced over that one.
I like Austin Aries. He's another good wrestler. You know, he got he made his name in TNA.
Okay. TNA, shout out.
I also took Naj to some TNA shows.
Hey, listen, you know what?
He was out there chanting, delete.
We can sidetrack to that because I've been a Hardy Boys fan from the get-go, but back in the day when
delete.
But as soon as my brother okay, this is one of the moments where I actually,
marked out.
In today's age of wrestling, I actually went and I sat down with my brother and we were there at TNA.
Bound for Glory.
And
I take him to all the good stuff.
And I didn't know it would be that good. I didn't think about it as being that good, but it was actually good to vibe out with my brother and just chill. And when the Hardy Boys came out, I lost my mind because playing the piano and doing what they did, what does it go again? I found myself.
I fade away
and classify myself as obsolete. That right there just set the tone for that entire match. They were on point, and actually we'll lead into that in a little minute because if I remember correctly, they were there at Raw. They did a tag team match at Raw, right?
That's right. But yeah, so Austin Aries. Back to where we were. Austin Aries was back there talking, and he had a banana in his hand.
Yeah, I didn't get the banana. Why does he do that?
I was thinking, in Central Intelligence, where Kevin Hart just throws the banana as a distraction.
Yeah, I remember that, but I thought it was for other reasons. Didn't he have some duct tape in the other hand? I'm sorry, America. I'm stupid.
Well, what did in John Wick 2? Was there a banana also?
John Wick 2? No, bro. It's a pencil.
Oh, it's a pencil.
You can't take a banana and shove through my
same color. Same color. The Rock tried.
Yeah, he shoved it in his mouth though. That was a little sexual from The Rock himself. But I mean, if it was The Rock shoving a banana in my mouth, I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm gonna actually take it. I mean, it's The Rock, Handsome guy. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So next we have Kurt Hawkins comes out. Kurt Hawkins.
Do you Kurt remember? Hawkins would be the son of... Wasn't the son of somebody?
What?
No, Kurt Hawkins. Refresh my memory real quick. Kurt Hawkins. Oh, we're not even gonna pause. We're just gonna do this.
You're thinking of oh my God, what is that guy's name? Curtis Axel.
Curtis Axel. That's the son of Mrs. Perfect.
I'm sorry. I feel bad for forgetting that. No.
Everybody forgot your daddy.
Stop. That's not okay. I'm cutting that out. That's not okay.
You will not cut that out.
You're probably
are live. But do not cut that out. Yeah, I mean, they did. I mean, who today can remember Mr. Perfect? I do.
Come on, when he spit the gum out and then you smacked it.
Yeah, that's
caught it back up.
And then we had problems. I don't.
But then he came back.
Yeah, I don't care.
And then the whole plane ride from hell.
He left.
There's a good video on YouTube about the plane ride from hell. I got to show you that, by the way.
Did they actually catch the fight?
No. It's just explaining it and everything from accounts. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
You caught it.
You're gonna like it. So yeah, Kurt Hawkins comes out to announce that he's on Raw. Left SmackDown Live, part of the Superstar Shakeup. Damn it.
Shakeup.
And how many times are they going to announce Superstar Shakeup? Do you know?
Man,
we should have played a drinking game because we both would have been in the toilet.
They said Shakeup like 40 times in one shot. Like, it was ridiculous. Superstar Shakeup. Hey, get ready for that Superstar Shakeup, y'all. Like, it was getting kind of ridiculous at a point. I don't even know where to go with that, man. But if we would have played a drinking game, seriously, we would have took shots all night and just
it would have been bad.
Laid out. Obliterated. And we are whiskey children.
Obliterated.
We are whiskey children.
But yeah, Kurt Hawkins comes out. He does the I'm here on Raw. I'm Kurt Hawkins.
As one does.
And then Big Show comes out. Greets him.
As somebody that hasn't watched in a long time, coming back to watch what's going on, the Big Show, that has always been that character that I've just, loved. I love the Big Show just because. I remember back in the day when he used to come out on Attitude Era, when he used to dress as a different wrestler, and he used to come out. He was pretty much the one that used to, start Pioneer to do that, actually, if I remember right. Like, he was the one that usually, because he came out as Hulk Hogan one time, ripped off the whole entire shirt. It was a big thing. Now, looking at him, he's slimmed out.
Yeah, he lost all that weight because he was getting into. He was supposed to have a Mania match with Shaq. But I guess they couldn't come to agreements on everything.
How did that pan out? Anyway, so I remember watching the Big Show back, and if you don't remember him when he was the Giant back in WCW, you don't know nothing. When he was the Giant back in WCW, he was this big, tall, athletic, like everyone said, yo, this is Andre the Giant reincarnate. When he got out and left WCW, came to WWF, it was just like this big megalomaniac motherfucker. But then his persona changed through time, and that's what I love to see about him. He became this funny, bigger guy who just used to have fun. I remember when
he's a good actor, though. I gotta show you clips of the Big Show crying.
What?
Because that man could cry on cue.
The only thing I saw him last
I'm talking about
was Jingle All the Way.
I'm talking about
Jingle All the Way. That's the last thing I saw his ass in. I don't want to see the Big Show cry. I want to see the Big Show throw somebody somewhere. I don't want to see the Big Show cry. What the shit?
I'm talking about on Raw. Stephanie was using him because, Stephanie's the evil bitch. She was using him.
The big-breasted evil bitch.
Yo, did you didn't watch WrestleMania, did you?
I did, in fact, watch the part on the replay that you're talking about. I think that's what you're leading into right now.
I was just talking about Stephanie's leather pants.
Oh. Baby, turn your headset off. The little spanking booty. She had a little nice little.
All right, hey. Her husband's Triple H.
Okay.
Don't get hurt.
Look, Triple H's muscles look deflated. His titties look so bad. Hey, Triple H's titties can't even. Y'all, look at that replay and tell me Triple H's titties like right here. It got some little wrinkle to it. Just don't make no sense.
So, anyways, Big Show. Kurt Hawkins is out there. Big Show gives him a big welcome to Raw with the knockout punch.
Oh, just the one hit a quitter, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, man.
Kurt Hawkins was asleep.
Oh, man. That big-ass giant palm, if that hit you in the face, your heart would stop. I believe that's that hit that you would just die.
I guess.
Because Kurt Hawkins felt like just a tumble of bricks. He's just gone. But, that was worse than what Gronkowski did to my man. What's his name?
Jinder.
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder the Injurer.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
We'll get to the Jinder watch in a bit. Still got a couple more to do. So next we had that T.J. Perkins versus Austin Aries match, where the main thing is T.J. Perkins turned heel. Finally, he turned around and beat up Austin Aries after the match. T.J. Perkins was, as you said before, what did you call him earlier?
That's my 10.
No, T.J. Perkins, the guy you were shitting on, the dad guy.
Oh, man, T.J. Perkins, okay. You might want to cut that part out.
Too late.
Okay, shit.
Low budget.
We're just going to roll with it.
Low budget.
Okay, roll with it. Okay. T.J. Perkins, yeah, Gamer Boy. I mixed up my names real quick. T.J. Perkins is just... His character to me makes, again, no sense. His fighting moves, like his style in the ring, I was like, mildly entertained. But it's just his whole shtick. You know, when he lost the match, he came back... No, he won that match.
Yeah.
He won that match.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, he won that match. He stood out in the ring, and then he came back in like a Mitch, and he put some extra hurting on my man in the ring. I forgot who it was at the time. It was Gandalf there.
No. It was Austin Aries.
It was Austin Aries. Okay, so I can't even keep
Banana
this
guy
motherfucker straight. See, the thing is, I can't keep them straight because they're so forgettable in the second that they're there that you really again. From my era, I would remember every one of these guys. From right now, it's like...
You remember Midian?
Midian. I don't even remember Midian.
It's from your era.
Who the fuck is Midian? Midian. Describe Midian to me.
The guy with tattoos. I believe he was in the ministry. He did the whole naked Midian thing for a while.
Midian? Who'd you have in the ministry? Because you had... Oh, man. You had Christian Edge. You had... Oh man, what was his name? And it's been a while for me. He used to drink the blood out of the little goblet.
Gangrel.
He did a little porno. That's a little fun fact I know. You had Viscera. You had, of course, The Undertaker, Paul Bearer. And then you had the Acolytes, which was possibly two of my faves at the time. Farouk and Bradshaw. Yes, I remember Midian. And he was also extra forgettable.
But see, you were like, anybody from the Attitude Era, I'll remember. And, you know...
Okay, so Midian, like, he slipped through the cracks of my memory. I don't remember. He's like draws, you know? They just break right in half. If you didn't get that reference, you don't know what I'm talking about. Obviously, if you didn't get
I apologize for his
don't apologize,
dark sense of humor.
Don't apologize.
That's awful.
It's not awful at all. It is a joke, and they signed off for it. Anyway, yeah, Minion. Okay, I get what you're saying again.
Anyways, it's irrelevant. So yeah, T.J. Perkins turned heel. Hopefully that'll, he's kind of stale. Sorry if this squeaking chair is picking up. I need some WD-40. It's not in the budget either, so if you can send some WD-40 over, that'd be great.
Let me.
Let's give my chair a hand job. I'm gonna appreciate this.
Good to go, man. Oh man, I don't have enough space.
Anyways, so yeah, hopefully that gives TJP what he needs, because he's lacking. But next we got a promo from Seth Rollins. He came out, big old face promo saying he's not leaving Raw. Kurt Angle came out and was like, "You're staying on Raw," and I'm upset because I wanted Rollins on SmackDown.
I have no opinion either way which way he goes on which either show, because I'm now starting out to diagnosis. But the real highlight of that moment was not for me Seth Rollins, even though I kind of vibe Seth Rollins a little bit for that.
See, I didn't really like the promo too much.
I didn't care for it as much either, but it was all about, for me, Kurt Angle. The "you suck, you suck."
Naj had a great time chanting "you suck" when we were at Raw after Mania.
I mean, Kurt Angle, he was good in my era when he was, that little bad guy. He used to always come out and complain. Everybody used to make fun of him. And his freak out mannerisms were just so awesome, because he's just always like, "I'm an Olympic gold medalist. You can't say what you want to say about me." And it was working with whoever was on the hill, whether it be Stone Cold Steve Austin or The Rock. Whoever was on that hill could use that gimmick and just make so much fun of Kurt Angle. Like Kurt Angle, and I think Bubba Ray, and I think Booker T. Booker T was another one. Like, I remember when The Rock came out and he was, he made fun of Booker T, and like when Bubba Ray came out, The Rock just, he did a little, because when Bubba Ray had to stammer, when he had to stutter, and he was and he had to spit it out. I remember when The Rock came out and just said, "It doesn't matter," like things like that. Those guys were so much fun to make fun of that it just added so much more fun. And Kurt Angle brought that. He brought that back in the day. And when you told me he got inducted to the Hall of Fame, I was I was like, yeah, he deserved. Like, he is a Hall of Famer. He helped make that Attitude Era. He helped shape that jackass role, that jackass second.
He kind of came in on the tail end of the Attitude Era. You know?
I would say not the exact tail end. I would kind of say, for me, it would have been a little bit in the middle. Because I remember when he started, and he was such a little douchebag that people just made fun of him. Then he just went under the radar for a little bit. Then he kind of really blew up. I would say it actually in the middle of the Raw era is where he came in. You can Google it and correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say in the middle of the Raw era, Kurt Angle came in.
Well, I remember like Kurt Angle left in 2006, I believe. So his prime run was on those SmackDown days back around 2003.
See, I'd already stopped watching it. Okay,
I know,
so this is your time.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
Kurt Angle did a lot more during those eras than he did in that. But I mean, don't get me wrong, he was, big in the Attitude Era. But I think the best Kurt Angle we got was in the Ruthless Aggression era, which is the era right after the Attitude Era. With where Cena debuted, you got Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Kurt Angle.
Well, Eddie Guerrero
Taker.
died when I was still watching Raw.
Nah.
No. He died after. Okay, yeah, sure.
It was in 06.
He died after.
Or 05.
I remember I was reading something about Eddie Guerrero died. Got it.
But anyways, back to today. So yeah, Samoa Joe came out, so of course we're still going to be having the Samoa Joe Seth Rollins feud.
Let me say it again, fake ass Rikishi.
I wouldn't say that.
I would definitely say that. I mean, he doesn't have the big ass like Rikishi, but
he looks nothing like Rikishi.
He doesn't look exactly like Rikishi.
He looks nothing like him.
To me, he brings that Rikishi fat presence.
Why? Because he's Samoan?
Because yes. There's only one true fucking cool ass Samoan that was on that show. Well, shit, no.
That's a whole family.
That's a whole family of people. Samoa Joe, listen, like his character, his moves were cool. You know what? I'll toast to that. Brandon won that round. His moves are cool. Anyways, but I honestly did not dig his character's vibe.
Who? Samoa Joe?
You
haven't seen anything of him.
What? Yeah, actually.
You saw him do a run-in.
And I saw him beat the shit out of Chris Jericho with Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, okay. Sorry.
Can't talk shit about somebody and don't know anything about them.
So far, Rikishi presence. Comment on it if you like.
Anyways, so after that we have Nia and Charlotte's match. I remember Charlotte doing the I can't call it the thing where she flips off the top rope onto outside of the ring.
First of all, let's stop the conversation. When you mention Charlotte, you just gotta pause. Charlotte, sexy woman, and she does what I've seen her do in the last.
She looks so much like her dad.
Not really, but really. I mean, if you put a wig on Ric Flair, that's some ugly shit. But Charlotte is just. She could do the Demi Moore from G.I. Jane. Like, you could shave her whole entire head, and she could do some sweaty, nasty push-ups.
So, what you missed in 2016 was that, they had the Divas Revolution, where it was like the whole women's thing, where women are supposed to be taken serious in wrestling.
You got my whole nipples hard just now, man.
And, touch me. And, they're supposed to be taken serious as wrestlers, not as just, sexy women.
I took her as serious as I took Tori back in wrestling, which is about that much.
You don't take Charlotte serious?
I don't take Charlotte serious.
What?
Charlotte is okay. I don't take
her. Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I don't take it that serious. I mean, she's cool. She's cool to look at.
So for the internet wrestling community, I apologize for my brother.
She's cool to look at. I think she could do some great high-flying maneuvers. I think she's cool. I just not a big, Charlotte fan. But, okay. Now, what was her name? She was wrestling again.
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. Oh man, that's a whole bunch of women. That's a whole lot.
So, anyways, Nia beats Charlotte. Gets
Nia
the
beat
win.
the shit out of Charlotte. Let's just put it like that.
I mean, Charlotte got some offense in there. Were you really paying attention to the
match?
I was. Were you just watching Charlotte?
Attention. I mean, Charlotte's pretty to look at, but Nia Jax did what Nia Jax does. Like the 5 times I think I've seen her ever wrestle, it was just beautiful. She is mean. Nia, if you're out there, come hurt me, baby.
So, anyways, Nia dropped Charlotte on her head at some point. That looked pretty rough. But, yeah, it is what it was. Nia got the win, which set up, Charlotte leaving, obviously. So then after that, we have Jinder versus Finn. Jinder Mahal. When the hell is he getting suspended? This man has to fail a piss test at some point.
Jinder Mahal looks like every black person you see behind you in a line at a prison line. If he ever asked me for my cornbread, I would give it to him.
All right. So yeah, in this match, Finn got injured from Jinder, given a stiff forearm, I believe it was. So Finn is out with a concussion.
Which
it's a damn shame because he just returned.
We
were there in his return.
We were. Finn Balor. Before we started watching, before he got me back into it, my brother sat me down. He said, "Listen, Finn Balor, that's who you want to watch. That's the guy. That's the spot." I said, "Nah," but he said, "You know what? Watch Finn Balor." So we did, and honestly, the intensity he brought when he just came out and everybody freaked out, that kind of made me get on his side because it's just. There's not too many people that used to do that for me. Just get me so excited to see them come out. And so when Finn just did his whole thing, his whole shtick, and I saw everybody vibe with Finn. I saw everybody get on board with what that was. It was just like, wow, okay, I like him. I loved him even more when I actually saw him wrestle. That was the big point. I was like, oh, he has some maneuvers. Finn, I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table. I'm looking forward to it.
So yeah, the match was what it was. It was just a setup. Bray Wyatt announcing he's on Raw, but they're going to have the House of Horrors match, Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton, for the title, the WWE title.
Bray Wyatt, a.k.a. Fake-Ass Undertaker.
At Payback, which is a Raw pay-per-view, but since Bray's moving on over, they're like, let's put Bray and Randy on the card. Cool. So, Bray shows up, and that's going to be an interesting feud. Because Bray, he's fucking Bray Wyatt. He's the man. We all dig him. Except for Naj.
I mean, his whole shtick, if he had sort of a meaner mug, I would dig it a little more, him as the evil guy, but he just looks like such a nice, chipper fellow. I don't see.
I wouldn't say chipper.
I don't see the intensity that I saw from when the Undertaker used to do his little weird spots. Like I don't see it. I couldn't see Bray Wyatt with Steve Austin.
Not Brayer.
Is it Brayer? Like Brer Rabbit?
No, Bray.
Bray.
B-R-A-Y.
Like La Bray, but Bray.
What the fuck is La Bray?
It's the thing when you get picked. Come on, dude. It's when you get pierced right here. It's La Bray. You know that? Get pierced in La Bray. I'm teaching anatomy out here, dropping school of knowledge. You see what I'm saying? This cat doing this and
so anyways, that's going to be a great feud, Bray versus Finn. You got the Demon versus the new face of Fear, the Eater of Worlds. It's pretty cool. I was excited until we found out that Jinder Mahal fucked up. We need a name for him.
Oh man.
We're just gonna call him Juice Mahal for now. We'll come up with a name at some point, but Juice Mahal.
Juicy Hall?
Just Juice Mahal.
Can we say Juicy Hall? Comment on that.
Don't. Juice Mahal.
Juicy. We're looking for the best nickname for Jinder Mahal. Put it in the comments for me.
Anyways, so after that we have Sami Zayn versus The Miz.
Sami Zayn. Now, Sami Zayn, let me start this one off. Sami Zayn, I have watched about a couple with my brother off and on, and every time I saw it, I think like once or twice out of 3 or 4 times, I've seen Sami Zayn's spot, and I love Sami Zayn's music. I love his intensity. Like, Sami Zayn, like, I can vibe with that character. And after watching that match, I dig him a little even more. Like his maneuvers, the little flip he does when he jumps on ropes and flip backwards. And I think in this match, if I remember correctly, he flipped again so he wouldn't hit the Miz's girl. What's her name? Maurice. And I dig Sami Zayn. I dig his maneuvers. He's like that high flying maneuver guy. In any match in the past couple I've watched him in, you're not sure what you're going to expect from him, but it's going to be something great when he does it. So I dig Sami Zayn.
So does everyone. It's a unanimous. I don't think anyone really hates Sami Zayn, except, I'm so glad, of course we're going to get to SmackDown, but I'm so glad that he is not on Raw anymore, because Sami Zayn bitching backstage and whining to all the general managers, oh my God. Like, don't do that to him. So I'm very happy that we'll talk about Sami later again. But the Miz beat Sami. So I guess foreshadowing what's happening.
He's gonna get kicked and go to SmackDown. But it's still, Sami, keep your head up, baby. Your character is just wonderful. I think Sami is gonna shine a little bit more on SmackDown, and he's just going to continue to shine throughout the whole entire thing. I mean, WrestleMania 34, Sami Zayn.
You're calling it right now?
I'm calling it right now. Like, I think throughout the year, he'll bring some more intensity to this character. I mean, on SmackDown of what we saw tonight, and we'll get to that, I think him and AJ Styles are two personalities on SmackDown that are just going to have fun. They're gonna do this. They're going to have fun. And then throwing in the villain, Kevin Owens, who is a dick.
It's a great guy.
I think all those personalities are gonna do some great things. But let's continue on.
So next we have probably one of the best backstage segments we've had on Raw since the Attitude Era.
I will agree on that. I will cheers to that. And let me introduce this one, because my brother's been doing it all night. Let me introduce this one. This is the one where you saw my man, Braun! And then you saw the dick that beat Undertaker. I honestly was so happy to see him get the shit kicked out of him. I can only call bullshit on one spot. And here's what it is. Your man Braun beats him up, multiple times. First, he threw him around like he was just a piece of chicken. Up and down the backstage area, throwing him like he was nothing. The ambulance comes, straps him in. The EMT strapped him into the gurney, and then Braun comes back out of nowhere, which was awesome. It made me feel like I was watching a Stone Cold Steve Austin spot back in the day.
Did you just mention that he flipped him off the ledge?
I was gonna get there.
Okay, because you said he came back. Just making sure.
He came back and then he pushed
him off the ledge.
He pushed him off a freaking ledge.
It was wonderful.
It was beautiful.
Glorious.
It was reminiscent to me of like a Stone Cold spot when Stone Cold used to wild out backstage, just like when he beat the shit out of DX backstage. He caught Billy Gunn in the snare trap. He caught Road Dogg in a little bear trap, and he hit X-Pac in the head with like ceiling. And for me, that was just awesome. It was awesome. So Braun beat him up, threw him off the ledge in a gurney, strapped to a gurney. So we can already imagine the pain that's coming from that.
And then flipped the ambulance.
Let's get to the ambulance. Okay, listen. The Big Show pushed over a Jeep. And that Jeep, and I just saw that today, actually. The Big Show, because I was looking up the Impossible on Raw. The Big Show pushed off a Jeep, and the Big Show I could probably believe. And that Jeep, let's say how much you think a regular Jeep weighs. With the tires on there.
6,000, 8,000.
6,000, 8,000 pounds, okay? Your regular freaking EMS truck weighs about 14,000 pounds.
You know what, though? Even if there was, like, a little bit of, like, leverage on it for some help, that's still fucking impressive.
That's very impressive.
No, not impressive. Fucking impressive.
The angle that you see it from, I'm sorry,
oh my
fans.
God.
Please, if you're going to disagree, leave it in the comments. I want to hear your feedback. I feel like there was some extra cable pullage on the top of that shit because look at this angle. If you look at the angle, it's going, and you hear it, zzz, zzz, and like it looks like it just went.
Regardless.
I'm sorry.
He still had to get it from here to here.
Oh, man.
He's still got to help. Regardless if there's a cable, that's impressive as hell.
I'm sorry. Like, beating the shit out of Roman Reigns was awesome for me. Like, because when we were there at Raw a week ago. We were there watching Raw live, and Roman Reigns, everyone booed the living shit out of Roman Reigns. It was actually so funny. Every time he tried to say something, everyone would boo.
Literally like 15 minutes.
It was 15 minutes of just boos.
He couldn't even talk.
But
then he cut the best promo ever. It's literally 5 minutes. Or 5 words.
Oh, this is my yard now. Boom! Boop. I
popped for it.
I was like, okay, that was pretty good. He
got a little cheer out of it.
But to see him get that crap kicked out of him and then pushed over, that was actually pretty funny. I love that spot. Braun, you're on point with me, sir.
So next we have a 8-man tag match where we have the Shining Stars.
Boo.
No
Who
one
cares?
gives a fuck
Kill yourselves.
Damn, come on.
Kill yourselves.
Come on.
It's gonna happen.
No, stop that.
What happened to Tess?
Stop. God.
Just saying.
And the club, Gallows and Anderson, against the Hardy Boys and Sheamus and Cesaro.
Okay. Gallows and Anderson. Love them. I feel they could be more of a bad guy presence. From what I see, they could be two of the biggest dicks of all time.
I was really hoping they went to SmackDown. Those are AJ's boys.
Okay. They could be two of the biggest dicks. Like, if you remember these guys from back in the day, the Nasty Boys. The Nasty Boys were two of the biggest dicks in the world. I feel like Gallows and Anderson could top that and be just two complete a-holes. I would like to watch some more spots of them. Another shout out to Sheamus and Cesaro. Let's just make them a team. Let's just unite these people.
They are a team.
Are they just a team now, or because when we were at Raw?
No, they've been a team.
They've been a team. Okay,
they've been a team for months.
Sheamus and Cesaro are just incredibly funny together. Like, we started to chant back when we were in Raw.
We didn't start.
We exactly did not start, but we started chanting when they started chanting, so technically we started it together. It was a chant. Lead it off for me, brother.
Oh, you got it.
I think you should just do it.
No, you got more
I
energy.
like to do it. It goes da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, Sheamus and Cesaro. And we started that with the help of some other people.
Lots of other people.
With the help of some other people. Don't.
We were in the nosebleeds, alright? Don't fake the fun.
Not technically in the nosebleeds. We were in... You know what? I'm not, because you... Thank you. So, shout out to Sheamus and Cesaro. I think Sheamus looks like my best friend Evan of all time. Evan, you're a ginger baby. Get over there and get a tan. Shout out to the other tag team. My Hardy Boys came back. Now listen.
Also, we got to mention Elias Sampson. I know you don't know who the hell he is, but the Drifter from NXT showed up. Corey Graves, of course, was losing his shit. Like, what is it? That's the Drifter, Elias Sampson. What is he doing here? He was walking off his guitar. I'm a little upset that he didn't, do a little more. At least, like, grab a mic and sing. But, it's cool to see the Drifter. He's made his NXT debut. His Raw debut. But back to the Hardy Boys.
Okay, back to the Hardy Boys. Now, listen, my brother has privy me to a little bit of information that was going on behind the scenes with with the TNA group and the Hardy Boys. So it's just funny to me that Matt Hardy is not sticking with Broken Matt, but is still Broken Matt. So it's just funny to me that he comes out and he's just every time, like he just doesn't care because honestly, would you really want to fuck with a WWE lawyer?
Hell no.
Exactly. So Broken Matt and Jeff Hardy just do what they do, and every time I see the Twist of Fate and I see the Swanton Bomb, it's just pure, beautiful poetry to me. Like, I love to see those guys wrestle and just do what they do.
It's funny that you said that, because Jeff also hit a poetry in motion over the top ropes onto all the heels, which is kind of cool.
Poetry in motion.
But yeah, after that, it was the match was what it was. It just set up the fact that the Hardys were having a title match against Sheamus and Cesaro.
Sheamus and Cesaro. You're not even gonna continue.
I was just doing a one chant.
One thing I stick on to.
So after that, we have Sasha Banks welcoming Bayley to the ring, and I was flipping out because I was thinking this was going to be Sasha's heel turn.
Can I have this one? Can I do it? Can I say words? Okay. Listen. Sasha Banks, the little ass thing she does, stop it. Bayley. Bro, seriously, what is this?
She's throwing hugs.
Oh my god, that is terrible. You get a hug. Seriously, we've had better spots than that.
It's not for you, it's for the children. She's the female John Cena.
She looks like the female John Cena. She is the only one I know that has some chromosomes of a man. That's all I'm going to say about it.
You can't say that stuff.
I can definitely say what I want to say. It's a free country. Come see Bayley, half man, half beast. I'm expecting a call from Vince tomorrow. Exactly tomorrow.
We will never be able to interview any wrestler because of you.
They will interview. She will probably kick me. I might like it though.
Anyways. I was expecting the Sasha Banks heel turn on Bayley. Naj instead was commenting on Bayley looking like half a man. And yeah, so we're all expecting this heel turn, and instead, what we get is Alexa Bliss. 5 feet of fury. And me and my girl had good seats at SmackDown the week before.
Oh my god.
That girl, oh my god, she's short.
Forgettable character and very short.
She's not okay. Alright, look, this is where I'm gonna get upset. You do not call Alexa Bliss forgettable.
Forgettable character, and she could just be gone.
I'm sorry guys. Who the hell are you to say that you can have an opinion on whether someone is I agreed with you on TJ Perkins, but Alexa
Bliss is automatically in my mind forgettable. Her vocalization, everything about her on the mic was it was terrible. I didn't feel anything.
That is honestly her best aspect.
Oh my god,
is her mic skills. Yo, she's damn good on the mic.
She's just damn good to look at with the mic, not on the mic, with the mic. Say it the right way, Some of these females, man, I have nothing against women. I'm not sexist. I'm just saying some of these females, they just don't bring it. They don't bring it like Lita. They don't bring it like even Jack.
You haven't watched anything.
Well, they have to trumpet. They have to top them in my mind. They can't.
Lita couldn't talk on the mic for shit.
She didn't have to talk on the mic. She could say one word and that'd be the best word. Lita was so good to look at. Damn, I miss Lita. Where Lita at? She's still there? She's not there, right? Okay.
So after Alexa comes out, she's talking about how happy she is to not have to deal with the drama of SmackDown Live. But of course she does, because then comes out Mickie James. A little upset they brought over Mickie. I love Mickie. I wish she would have stayed on SmackDown Live. The women's division could have used her a little bit more. But she's here on Raw. I think it's good for Raw. You don't get me wrong. But we'll see what happens, I think it's gonna be pretty good. And then next, after that, we have the final match of the night, which is Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose, champion versus champion.
Dean Ambrose laid the smacketh down on Kevin Owens. I loved watching every second of it, because ever since I saw Kevin Owens when I started watching this way back 2 weeks ago, he's just such an ass that after what he did to Chris Jericho, I felt this was warranted. This was up and coming. This needed to happen. And it did. It did. So I enjoyed watching him lose. And then even on that, let's get down to it. Let's get down to the walls of Jericho. That's been my man since he left WCW, came to WWF, and he started making fun of Stephanie McMahon's titties, or what kind of a dirty whore she's been. That has been a character I have always loved, and now watching him develop into what he has, a straight, douche of the 2000 era. I love it. I love the douchey scarf. I love Chris Jericho. To see Chris Jericho come out and get his revenge, it was beautiful. It was wonderful.
Yep, it was good. I wish you had done a little more. Maybe put him through a table or something. A little more revenge for the week before.
Or the walls of Jericho.
Okay. I don't think the walls of Jericho equates to being beat the fuck up backstage, but
well, if Samoa shit and Kevin Owens having just run up on a brother, it wouldn't end it like that. But his segment before that was actually so good. He's still amazing in my mind. The list is possibly the funniest shit I have ever seen. I'm sorry, America, I have never seen that. My brother told me about it, and then we watched it live. You get on the list, and
you just made the list.
Oh God. Okay, whatever. So I don't know the exact terminology, guys. I'm starting to watch this. You understand my pains. But you just made the list. That is actually such a good segment. I think that could go along. I'm looking forward also to seeing more of that.
You know what happens?
What's up?
You know what happens?
They make the list.
No. Do you know what happens?
What happens?
Do you know what happens?
What happens?
When you get
what? You got me. I'm looking forward to seeing more of Chris Jericho. Again, guys, this is my first time in a long time, so we're gonna grow together. We're gonna learn all these things together, or you're gonna learn it with me for the first time. Again, leave what you can in the comments, and let's check it out.
And hopefully by the end of, well, not the end of this, because we don't want this to end. We want this to keep going. But hopefully by some point soon, Naj will have a little more appreciation for our women's wrestlers. It's fucking 2017.
I got appreciation in my pants. Why is he in my jammies? No one out there really cares about their wrestling ability. Again,
what?
Leave in the comments. But it's you want to look at them and the things that jiggle.
All right. Well, yeah, that's our first show. We did Raw. We're going to do SmackDown as well. So look out for SmackDown when we upload that. And this has been Wrestling with My Brother. I am the B.G. Wooten. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want to do. At BG is dope. It's the same on all social media. And Naj, go ahead and give them what your
Again, I'm Naj, aka the French Tickler. Don't ask me where it came from, and if you gotta ask, you just don't know. You can follow me at BG is dope. You can follow me anywhere. I'm around. I'm here. I'm like a bird. I'm like a genie. You just say my name 3 times, baby. I'm there. I catch up with you.
This might be a mistake.